So hey guys, it's been a while since I've uploaded. I've just been dealing with some shit, but yeah, now I can get back um to the isekai fucking anime of whatever it's called. I've been watching a lot of What Ifs, and I've also been doing a lot of I've also haven't been into anime recently, so I'm catching up on stuff and other things, just trying to work shit out. But yeah, um, this is gonna be the part two of the remake or the remastered or whatever you want to call it of the Class 1A um, uh, isekai. Yeah, and I know a lot of people, me included, want to see an overpowered Deku and just yeah, but I've also learned that, I personally like it when, you know that the protagonist is overpowered, but you also see, like, how their actions, inconsequential or super massive, affect them. So, yeah. And, well, enough chitter chatter or whatever. Let's get back into the what if. So, we left off with Izuku Midoriya and Suyu Asui. They are now eating their the meat that they got from some wolves that they had. And Deku said, "Oh, Sue, have you noticed anything strange?" And she goes, "No, not really." And he goes, "Well, ever since we started eating the animals, it seems like, you know, it seems like the monsters have stopped coming regularly." And she goes, "Now that I think about it, you're right." And Midoriya hears in his ear, um, "Sir, can I give my opinion?" And he's like, and Midoriya goes, thinks to himself, "When did knowledge become so proper?" And knowledge said, "Well, since you have been graciously letting me see through your memories, I have taken on a more pleasing response and been able to think for myself a little bit. And I'm on the verge of evolving from an extra skill." And he goes, "Wait, there's more than extra skill? I thought extra skills were, like, the highest." And she goes, "No, I do not have the information yet, but soon I will. But to answer your first question, monsters respawn if they are turned into XP, and they slowly decline if they are not." And Deku goes, "Oh, that makes weirdly, that is weirdly, you know, kind of smart." And so Deku still thinks that his power is electricity based. And so he asks knowledge, is there any way of, so I don't look crazy to myself, for Sue to hear you? And she goes, "I think if you make a party and you are the leader and accept share all abilities, that will help." And he goes, "Oh, sweet." And he goes, he asks Sue, "Do you want to make a party with me?" And Sue's kind of like, "Midoriya, I thought we were a party. Aren't we already a party?" And then she hears a ding. "Notice, you are in a party with Izuku Midoriya. Title, none. Class, none." Wait, none? How do we get titles? Well, Suyu Ashui. What was that? And Midori says, "Be calm. It's okay, Sue. It's my extra skill. It's called knowledge." From Sorry, I got a notification, but to get back, um Izuku was explaining his extra skill to Sue. It's knowledge. It helps us. It gives us information when we ask for it, and apparently because we shared a party and I put in all skills, we can use each other's skills. No, there was a slight error. It seemed that you cannot use each other's skills, but you can always know where they are, where the other person is. I don't know why, but something's impeding me from letting you to use each other's skills. And Midoriya goes, well, that's just fucking great. And Sue goes, Midoriya! And he goes, what? And she goes, when did you learn to swear? And he goes, oh, I swear a lot. You guys just don't really notice me that much. And Sue goes, really? And he goes, yeah. Even in the freaking quirk apprehension test, even though I didn't have a quirk, you all still didn't pay attention to me. The only one who noticed was Mineta, who got last. Because I wasn't last. But yeah, just because in the other world, in our original world, because I was quirkless, lots of people don't pay attention to me, so yeah, and Sue goes, oh, I'm sorry, and he goes, nah, I'm kind of used to it. Well, I think we should get, going, because I don't think we're gonna be found anytime soon. And she goes, what do you mean? And he says, I believe this is a level 5 dungeon. I don't know how many levels there are in a dungeon, but since this is a level 5 dungeon, I'm gonna assume that it's gonna take our classmates a while to get to us. And, and then Sue says, how do you know it's a level 5 dungeon? And Knowledge says, well, I can answer that. It's a level 5 dungeon based on you can consume the monsters in the dungeon, and because they don't respawn after consumption. And Midoriya says, I thought they just don't respawn after consumption. And she goes, no. Higher level dungeons, I do not have that information. It seems like some of my memory and some of my knowledge banks are closed off. Must look into this further. But anyways, to tell you, I know for a fact that the dungeons is a level 5 based on the level of monsters and based on you can consume and they don't respawn. And he goes, well, then what's the max level? And she goes, I am sorry, I do not have that information. And he goes, well, I guess so. And Midoriya walks out, and Sue goes, like, where are you going? And Midoriya says, well, I'm going to test out some new abilities that we have. That I have. And Sue goes, really? And he goes, yeah, my precision and my attack speed. If I concentrate hard enough, I can control how fast my lightning attacks and how hard it hits. So I'm going to be practicing with that. You should probably practice with your telekinesis. And she goes, okay. And let's say a week goes by. And yes, I'm doing a time skip because I don't want to fucking talk about all the whole week. And that would just be boring. But yeah, so they finally feel confident to go down a level. And they are searching the floor, trying to go down because they don't see a way up. And when they actually find it, Izuku goes, wow, what? It kind of looks like a portal. And Knowledge says, yes, level 5 and higher dungeons have teleportation portals to let you go to different floors. So no monster can be at a higher tier floor than it is allowed to be. And Midoriya is just thinking to himself, this is a strange way to make a dungeon. I wonder what the purpose of it is. And because he didn't pose it as a question, he thought it to himself. Knowledge didn't say anything. And then, so then they walk through the portal, and they suddenly get super, super hot, and they realize that they're in a lava floor. And Midoriya goes, well, this is fucking fantastic. And they walk for a little bit, and Midoriya realizes he's been ignoring the first ever pop-up because he was surviving. So he clicks on it, and he goes, what is this? Huh? As he's lost in thought, and Sue is leading the group, and then they get into and then this fire lizard, like lava lizard actually, comes out of the lava. It makes a hissing sound, and they see above it, it's level 30 lava lizard, and Izuku goes, well, fuck me, and because he accidentally clicked the pop-up, and I'll show you what actually happened. Just pretend like that's Midoriya. He hit that, and all he sees is this. Like, time has slowed down, and all he sees is this. And this tiger says, prove to me that you were not chosen by some miracle to be the summoner. He's like, and Midoriya goes, what do you mean, the summoner? And the tiger goes, there is no time for questions. You must prove it to me. As he goes up to the tiger, and he says, will you fight for me? And the tiger's confused, as in, no one's ever done this. They all try to fight. But you have a kind soul. I shall lend my power to you. As time resumes, and Izuku sees is his lightning shoot out at the actual lava lizard, and nothing happens except they hear a roar as Izuku and Sue see right in front of them this giant white tiger, level unknown, like level question mark, name question mark, and health question mark, as literally that one roar killed the lizard because of fear. As Izuku said, who are you? As she goes, I am whatever you say I am. My last master gave me the name of White Lotus. Please give me a name. As he says, do you not want to stick with White Lotus? As she says, I like the name, but I would prefer you to give me a name that you see fit as me. And he says, okay, how about Kohaku? And she goes, Kohaku? And he goes, yes, in my language, Kohaku is like this, as he makes the kanji for it in the ground with a stick from the ash and soot. And he goes, it stands for white tiger, and the kanji we put next to it is king. And she goes, the white tiger next to the king. Fitting name for one as I. As she says, Master, please get stronger before you resort to summoning me again. I do not want to work with a weak summoner. As he says, okay, Kohaku, but thanks for your help. And she goes, no problem. As Kohaku just disappears. As Midoriya goes, well, it looks like I'm a summoner now. As they hear as they just hear a level up, and it just blasts in their ears where they can't hear anything, just level up, repeating. As Izuku notices that his class is now summoner. As he's like, what the fuck? As we switch to, I don't have any pictures of them, so I'm just gonna switch to a random picture I have. Sure, let's do this one. As we switch to Class 1A, as they've been explained that they're the heroes that's been summoned to this world, that they are here to kill demons. As Todoroki is still like, but where he's thinking to himself, where's Midoriya? As not a lot of people care where Midoriya is. More people care where Sue is. And the priest that introduced himself. I'm just gonna call him priest because I can't figure out a good name for anybody right now. But yeah, the priest says, we have this crystal ball to learn that what skills you have and what levels that puts you at. As they all do it, as they realize that they're all kind of just broken, as in like they're all S rank, because it's like normal RPGs. I mean anime RPGs where it's like E to S rank and stuff like that. Yeah, it's like that, and Bakugo is just like, ha! I knew I was strong. As everybody is just like accepting because they got used to Bakugo like bragging all the time and they're just kind of sick of it. But so they do a little bit of training as they go into a dungeon as um Sero, Mineta, the tentacled guy, and the guy who doesn't speak a lot, but he can speak to animals. I think his name is Anna. No, that's his super. I forget. Are the support as Jiro, and Jiro, Uraka, and Denki. Jiro, Denki, Uraraka, and Tenya are the not the rear guard, but in the middle, as everybody else is in the front, except for Aizawa, where he's the party leader, or whatever, raid leader, whatever you want to call him. So he's at the very, very back, making sure everybody is in their right places. As they are in a level 1 dungeon, as they're attacked by a horde of goblins, as Bakugo goes, "Die, you fucking creeps!" and blows up a goblin. And what they see is a tiny goblin just falls, as the rest of the goblins turn a blackish color, and he goes, "Ha! You think turning colors is gonna scare me?" As he blows up another goblin, and the goblin doesn't fall, but punches Bakugo, and he goes, "Fucking nose!" As they realize that because Aizawa saw it, he says, "Everybody, make sure to take them out in one hit. Make sure to take all of them out in one hit. They're goblin adapters." As they see above its head, level 3 goblin adapters. They adapt to when one is killed by something, the rest adapt to it in its vicinity. As Momo goes, "Okay, everybody get down," as she just made like a cannon and blew them all up. As Bakugo goes, "Them fucking brats and extras." As Bakugo is the one who's leveling up the most because he's just like no fucks given. As everybody else are like material gathering and shit like that, where Bakugo's just like, "I'm the best," yada yada yada. As they find a room with this girl, the picture I'm on, as she says, "Well, brave travelers, it seems that you finally made it." As Bakugo was like, "What the fuck do you want, girl?" As nobody saw her move, and her axe is right next to Bakugo's throat, as she says, "I would kindly ask you to not provoke me." As Bakugo was thinking in his head, "Fuck shit, fuck shit, fuck shit, fuck, I messed with somebody I shouldn't have." As, Bakugo is angry all the time, but he's not stupid. But she goes, "Yeah, I am Rory Mercury, and I am here to make sure that these good hunters do not die. Do not die in vain." As everybody's confused. As and also, quick pause in the story. I've been playing a lot of freaking what's it called? Bloodborne. So I'm gonna be really, you know, talking about Bloodborne a lot too, because it's just an awesome game, bro. I don't know why I love it so much, but it's a good game. And if you haven't played Bloodborne, no, you should probably think about playing it because it's an awesome fucking game, even though I keep dying. But yeah, to get back on track, she says, I am here to make sure that you good hunters do not die in vain. And to tell you that there is a safe spot in the dungeon called the Dream. And yes, I'm going to be taking a lot from Bloodborne, if you can't tell. The Hunter's Dream. It is where you will meet a certain someone. As she begins to slowly disc away, as Azelle says, how do we get there? And she says, all you must do is have blood drawn from you or from an enemy and ask to be let into the Hunter's Dream. Good day, good hunters. As she just disappears. As Alexander says, well, this is fucking great. Can't get better than this, can it? As boom, that's the end of this part. So I was gonna make it longer because I was gonna promise, but I've been in just a bad place. So yeah, and again, 10 likes, and I'll make a part right after, like as soon as I get 10 likes on this video. If it's like, in like a reasonable time, like after like maybe like a month or something, when I get 10 likes, if like, yeah, when I get 10 likes, I'll make a part of this, or I'll make a part before I get 10 likes. It's either or. I can't decide. Like, it's either I get 10 likes, like, super, super fast, and I make another part, or, I make another part, and then the goal is 10 likes again. So, yeah. But that's the end of this part, and I'll make sure to be more, actually motivated to do more. And suggest in the comics suggest in the comments section if you want to have like a new series or just an idea. But yeah, it's Brain Cell What If, and you can buckle up and say goodbye to your rockets.